On Saturday, May 17, 2025, the city of Baghdad hosted the 34th Arab Summit, a historic gathering that many are calling a defining moment for Iraq's position on the regional stage. While these summits are usually packed with political formalities and diplomatic statements, this year's was different. This wasn't just a meeting, it was a declaration of intent from Iraq. The country isn't just back in business, it's aiming to lead. After years of instability, war, and economic struggle, Iraq is now stepping confidently onto the global stage. According to official data, it has risen to fourth place among Arab nations in terms of GDP, a remarkable achievement given the challenges the country has faced. This economic momentum isn't happening by accident. It's the result of deliberate reforms, strategic investments, and a regional push to turn Iraq into a central hub for trade and development in the Middle East. Now, for those following the dinar revaluation conversation, this summit is being interpreted as yet another sign that something big may be coming. Investors and analysts have been riding what some jokingly call the RV choo-choo train for years now, watching, waiting, and speculating about when Iraq might make its move. The idea is that Iraq could potentially revalue its currency, the Iraqi dinar, to reflect its true economic potential. And if they do that, the new exchange rate could be significantly higher than most, if not all, of the currencies in the surrounding region. But let's be clear. If Iraq does go down this path, it will need a strong foundation. It won't be enough to just announce a new rate. There needs to be regional support, backing from the Central Bank of Iraq, and clear signals from the international financial community that they approve and are ready to support such a move. Otherwise, any sudden revaluation would lack legitimacy and could backfire both economically and politically. And that brings us to some important developments happening behind the scenes. The National Investment Commission, NIC, in Iraq has just unveiled more than 130 fully approved investment opportunities, all of which will be presented at the upcoming Iraq Investment Forum. These aren't vague promises or pie-in-the-sky ideas. These are actual projects, from infrastructure to energy to telecommunications, that are ready for funding. Events like these, especially in collaboration with organizations like the Iraq-Britain Business Council, IBBC, are creating platforms where Iraq can connect with some of the most powerful corporations in the world. These aren't speculative investors, they're industry leaders, and they're coming because they see something real in Iraq's future. As we move into the summer of 2025, this growing economic activity signals that Iraq is open for business, and not just any business, but international, high-level partnerships that could reshape the country's economic landscape for decades to come. It's also worth noting something fascinating about how large corporations view Iraq. Most of them aren't obsessing over the dinar's exchange rate. For multinational companies, the rate is just a number in an equation. What they care about is profitability, legal infrastructure, stability, and access to resources. So while individuals may be wondering if the dinar is about to explode in value, these companies are already in motion, preparing to set up operations and move capital regardless of the current rate. That said, let's talk about what's caught everyone's attention lately. The Iraqi dinar is now trading at $4.20. That's not a typo. This development has taken the currency world by surprise. After years of hovering at a much lower value, the dinar's sudden surge has people asking a lot of questions. What caused this change? Why now? And what does it mean? Let's start with the basics. The Iraqi dinar has had a volatile history, marked by devaluations, black market speculation, and decades of economic hardship. But in recent years, Iraq has been stabilizing. The government has implemented reforms, clamped down on corruption, and begun a process of rebuilding its economy from the ground up. That newfound stability has made the country more attractive to foreign investors. And as more foreign capital enters Iraq, demand for the dinar increases, naturally driving up its value. At the same time, global oil prices have been steadily rising. Iraq is one of the top 5 oil producers in the world. So every time oil prices climb, Iraq's government collects more revenue, and that strengthens its currency reserves, balance sheets, and overall financial leverage. Put simply, higher oil prices equal stronger dinar. So what does this $4.20 exchange rate mean for the average person? If you're a traveler, it means your dollars will go a lot further in Iraq. You'll be able to buy more, spend less, and enjoy the benefits of a stronger local currency. For those thinking of visiting Iraq, whether for tourism, family, or business, this new rate offers a compelling incentive. If you're an investor, this development could represent a rare opportunity. Currency trading, while risky, can offer substantial gains when timing and strategy align. If you believe the dinar will maintain or even increase in value, now might be a moment to get in. But remember, this is not a guaranteed win. Currency markets are notoriously volatile, and no one can predict the future with complete certainty. If you are considering getting involved, you might want to start by opening a foreign currency account. This allows you to hold dinars and track their value without rushing into trades. You should also stay plugged into the latest economic and political news from Iraq. Changes in policy, geopolitical tensions, or oil output levels could all influence the dinar's direction. Finally, be sure to use reputable currency exchange platforms to avoid scams or poor conversion rates. Of course, every investment carries risk, and while the dinar is riding high now, that can change in an instant. Never invest more than you're prepared to lose, and make sure your portfolio is diversified. That way, you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. To give you a better picture of what's happening, we reached out to several experts, economists, analysts, and financial strategists to get their take. Some believe the revaluation is real and sustainable, while others caution that it could be short-term hype fueled by speculation. The truth probably lies somewhere in the middle, but their insights provide important context to help you make informed decisions. This is where expert clips or quotes would be inserted. Now, there's also a geopolitical layer to all of this. Former U.S. President Donald Trump continues to be a major voice in global politics. His recent statements about stability in the Middle East have sparked renewed interest in reform across the region. Iraq, in particular, seems to be aligning with the idea that security and economic progress go hand in hand. As Trump calls for stronger partnerships and economic independence in the region, countries like Iraq are moving to show they're ready to deliver. In Iraq, many citizens are hopeful. They see the potential in their nation. They want a currency that reflects their hard work, rich resources, and long history of resilience. The revaluation of the dinar isn't just about numbers. It's about pride, national identity, and the hope for a better future. Of course, big change takes time. No one is pretending that Iraq is suddenly a paradise. Security is still an issue in some areas, and political divisions remain. But the direction is clear. The momentum is building. Iraq is no longer looking to be rescued. It's looking to lead. And that brings us to you. What do you think about all of this? Does the new rate of $4.20 surprise you? Are you thinking about investing, traveling, or just waiting to see how things unfold? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from real people with real opinions. And if you found this video informative, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on everything related to currency trends, economic reforms, and financial news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.